Have you ever felt like your parents are always comparing you to someone else? Maybe it's your older brother who gets straight A's, your neighbor who's always winning trophies, or even your best friend who seems to do everything perfectly. You hear things like, "Why can't you be more like your sister?" Or, "Look at how well your friend does in math." Ugh. It can feel like you're invisible or like nothing you do is ever quite enough. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. A lot of kids feel the same way, even if nobody talks about it much. Let's get real for a second. Being compared to other people stings. It can make you doubt yourself and wonder, what's wrong with me? But here's the secret nobody tells you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. Seriously, you are awesome just the way you are, and your story is totally different from anyone else's. Just like there's only one you in the whole world, your path is unique too. But when your parents keep comparing you to others, it's easy to forget all that. So, what can you do? First, let's take a deep breath together. Ready? In and out. Okay, now let's talk about some ways you can handle this. Feel better, and maybe even help your parents see you for who you really are. First, remember that parents don't always realize how their words sound. Sometimes when they compare you to someone else, it's not because they don't love you or aren't proud of you. A lot of times, they just want to encourage you to do your best. But the way they say it can come out all wrong, like a squashed peanut butter and jelly sandwich that just makes a mess instead of making you feel good. If you're feeling upset, it's totally okay to let your parents know how you feel. You don't have to shout or get angry, even though you might feel like it. Try saying something like, "I feel kind of sad when you compare me to my brother. I want to feel good about who I am." Sometimes, parents need a little reminder that their words matter. Even grown-ups have to learn sometimes. Another thing to remember is this. Everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses. Maybe your best friend is amazing at soccer, but you can draw the coolest dragons anyone's ever seen. Or maybe your brother has a brain like a calculator, but you can make people laugh so hard that milk comes out their noses. The world needs all kinds of talents, and yours are just as important as anyone else's. Think about someone you really admire. Maybe it's a superhero, or an artist, or even a YouTuber you love watching. Do you think they got where they are by being exactly like someone else? No way. They stood out because they were different. The things that make you different are the things that make you special. So if your parents are always comparing you, remind yourself, I don't have to be like anyone else. I just have to be me. When you start to feel down because of comparisons, try this. Grab a piece of paper and write down 3 things you're good at. They can be anything. Big things, small things, even silly things. Maybe you're awesome at remembering movie quotes, or you know how to make your friends feel better when they're sad, or you can build the tallest Lego towers in your whole house. When you see your own list, you'll remember how much you have to offer. And here's another cool trick. Set your own goals. Instead of trying to reach the same goals as your brother or your neighbor or your friend, ask yourself, what do I want to get better at? It could be learning a new skateboard trick, reading a book series, or helping out more around the house. When you work on your own goals, you'll feel proud of yourself for your own reasons. Not just because someone else did it first. But what if your parents keep comparing you, even after you've told them how you feel? That can be tough. If you're still upset, it's okay to talk to another adult you trust, like a teacher, school counselor, or even an aunt or uncle. Sometimes, it helps to have someone else listen and give you advice. You don't have to handle everything on your own. Here's something else to remember. Social media and TV shows can make comparisons even worse. You might see other kids who look like they have the perfect life. Super cool clothes, a million friends, and amazing vacations. But nobody's life is perfect, even if it looks that way on the outside. Everyone has their own problems and worries, even if you can't see them. If you ever catch yourself comparing your life to someone else's, try to remember all the good things in your own life. Maybe you have a pet who thinks you're the best human ever, or a friend who always knows how to make you smile. The things that make your life special might not be the same as someone else's, and that's exactly how it should be. Imagine if everyone in the world was exactly the same. How boring would that be? No new ideas, no new jokes, no new inventions. Just a bunch of people doing the same thing over and over. The world needs your spark, your imagination, your way of seeing things. So keep being you, even when it feels hard. Sometimes, it helps to talk to your parents when things are calm, not in the middle of an argument or when you're upset. You could say, "Can we talk about something that's been on my mind?" Then explain that you feel hurt when they compare you to other people. You might be surprised. Sometimes parents don't realize how much their words can affect you. And when you talk to them calmly, they're more likely to listen and understand. But what if they don't listen? That can be really frustrating. If you feel like your parents just don't get it, try finding other ways to feel proud of yourself. Spend time doing things you love. Hang out with friends who appreciate you. Or take on a new challenge just for fun. The more you focus on what makes you happy, the less other people's opinions will matter. If you ever feel really sad or like you're not good enough, remember that those feelings won't last forever. Everyone has tough days, but things can get better. You might even find that as you get older, your parents start to see you more as your own person, and less as someone to compare to others. And here's one more secret. Even adults compare themselves to other people. Your parents might be comparing themselves to other grown-ups too, and sometimes that's why they compare you. If you notice your mom or dad feeling down, maybe you can remind them, "Hey, you're awesome just the way you are." Sometimes we all need to hear that. So next time you hear a comparison that makes you feel bad, take a deep breath, remember what makes you special, and don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. The world needs you to be you, not a copy of someone else. And who knows? Maybe you'll inspire your parents to see things a little differently too. Remember, nobody else can play your part in this world. You have your own dreams, your own voice, and your own way of making the world brighter. So keep shining, even when it feels tough, because being yourself is the best thing you can ever be. And if you ever need a reminder, just look in the mirror and say, "I am enough, just as I am," because you really, truly are. Press like if you find this video helpful. Comment how you handled it. Whoever has a good story will have their comment pinned. Press subscribe so you don't miss out on upcoming super fun videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.